might want to sit down for this.
I'm just so happy to be back.
Are you?
Where'd you go?
The show. Like, I love doing this with you guys.
No, you don't.
Do you? No, I'm not.
Guys, he doesn't.
I'm refuting what he said. I'm asking a question.
He doesn't love doing the show with us.
You don't think I love doing the show with you guys?
I'm joking.
My challenge as a business owner is I can't wait for us to become what we're supposed to be. And it's I don't mean that as exclusive. I don't mean that exclusively as a monetary conversation as much as like a, like you just want to get the validation for hard work. I mean, this is again, I think we're not like a lot of other podcasts that started out with a business outlook.
Yeah.
Or started out with that corporate investment. I think we really just kind of started out being guys that wanted to have conversations together about something that was interesting.
But I think any good podcast started off as not from the business perspective, because if it's too corporate, you're putting a ceiling on how it's going to actually be effective in whatever field that it's in. It has to be done strictly and purely for the love of the art and what the end result is of the podcast itself, and then finding out a way to get an ROI on it. Because if it's too corporate from the jump, it's not natural. Like,
yeah, I mean, like there's this podcast I watch, not a podcast. He does videos, I should say. There's a YouTube content creator I watch. He does boxing as a subculture. He started about 5 years ago. Yeah, and I use him as an imprint because he's not famous.
Yeah,
he had no prior existing reason to do it, and he's just organically scratched and clawed his channel to a point where now he's getting a level of consistent views. Obviously, because I know what the YouTube profit share is, I can I'm like, okay, that's what he's making, and you get to the sponsorship, and you can see that money go back to the channel and stuff. And he is still at the point where when you look at his older videos, he's not big enough that people have gone up to run up his prior content. They care
about the new stuff.
So I can see his videos that did 361 views.
Yeah,
still 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And that sort of organic struggle, and he's still so adamant about, hey guys, we're getting to 30,000 subs or 27,000. Come on, let's get them up, and just that feeling of building a community. So I love doing this because it's in this incredibly corporate capitalist society that I think the older you get, I don't want to say as a man, but the older you get as a person, obviously I've chosen to be an entrepreneur, everything does become about return on investment.
Of course.
So it is nice to have something that still exists in that space of, regardless what it's kind of costing, barring it taking the roof away from my head type thing, that you still enjoy doing it,
No, 100%.
Which maybe is different for you guys because you guys are still on your artist journey. You guys still are active in the music. So there's so many places where you still get that outlet, and I don't. So I really do honestly love doing
No, I was only teasing you.
You're such a great actor.
No, even being a creative in the music space like that, I still enjoy this opportunity to voice opinion and talk about stuff with my brothers, especially when you're not running around doing interviews and stuff all the time, and you're in studio mode, you're in album mode, you're in this, that, third. The fact that you have this consistent place to get other thoughts outside of the records that I'm making, it's too special actually, to be honest. So I'm just as enthused and happy to argue, debate, have fun, and get my quirky and people to learn about me through this vehicle.
Yeah, sometimes it can be very the word I would say is
draining.
Well, I mean, but that goes without saying. But it can feel very dark at times when the intention of what you're doing doesn't match the results, even though you're seeing results, right? You're seeing what's working, but the overall end result is it's not where it needs to be. And there's certain markers that we've discussed off air that it's not reached. So then it feels like no matter how interesting or no matter how, the content is being dissected positively or negatively, because it's about both.
Definitely both.
Right. But then the end result being that it didn't hit those markers. So then it feels like, another letdown, another fail, another reach. And then it's not there. So it can, sometimes it's a lot of work like to do this in all aspects, and just sitting there looking at all the work that has to be done, and it's like, do I do this? Right? And because it's there's so many steps.
And there's so many hurdles you go through while you're doing those steps. Right. Like there's many times
because life doesn't stop. Other things will happen. Other stuff comes up.
Oh, for sure. But I even mean through actually doing it. Like there's times where he's working on this for an hour, and all of a sudden something is wrong with the system, and everything he did erased, or everything he did, all the timestamps, or everything that he cut, or whatever the case may be, out of nowhere, it just he has to redo it again, and like. But you still have I think just to piggyback off what you were saying, I think because we're so ambitious and we have goals and we see where it can go already, that all of the small wins that we've been receiving, and I feel the same way through music, because we think so far and where we know we want to go, that when we start to reach those accolades as we're going, we really brush through them, because we're like, this. I don't care about this. I mean, you should care about this if you want to get to the next level. But when it actually happens, I'm 10, like you say, we're 2 years, 3 years, 4 years past that moment that we don't really like, oh, that's pretty good that we got that. Like it's hard to create true engagement with doing a platform or, a vehicle where there's so many other shows, there's so many other podcasts, there's so many people sitting down having conversations. It's the same thing in music. There's so many artists, there's so many models, so many actors, so many whatever. How do you stand out? How do you still have the excitement and the drive to do it? And when you start achieving those goals, what other goals do you have past those goals? But we have so many, and we know exactly where it's going to go. So it is like, cool. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. As you give
go ahead.
DJXP, your lovely, gracious host proprietor of You Might Want to Sit Down for This.
You might want to sit down.
I was looking at a video the other day.
Yeah.
I do a bunch of different little, like, not business affirmations, but I look at little things to orient my mind. So I was looking at the largest companies in the world.
Right.
Okay. And as I would see a company, I would kind of look at their story. Hey, how did this become a company?
Okay.
So you're the biggest in the world. Right? You're a nation state. You're worth $3 trillion.
Okay, so we talking oil. We talking all them things.
How did you get there? A funny one is there's a pharmaceutical company.
Okay, on drugs. Yeah.
To my eye, it was the most wealthy pharmaceutical company. The funny thing is that the products they're known for were Cialis, Prozac, and Mounjaro, which is like an Ozempic
kind of
thing. And it's just so funny that I guess those would be the things that make you a trillionaire: weight loss. Sex and happiness, Prozac, right?
Yeah. Oh wow.
And it's just crazy. But I looked at it; they were from 1800.
Right. Wow.
They were from the year 1800.
Wow. Right.
And just legacy upon legacy upon legacy, right?
Developing, growth.
You look at Apple.
Garage.
The current head of Apple is not the founder.
No,
at all.
And
so far removed from that ideology.
Even though we still think of the founder because he's so
iconic, but he's a nation state.
He's a nation.
Yeah.
Think of how much Apple's expand. Then beyond Apple,
right?
Think of how many companies are valuable because of the App Store, which is 15 years old.
Not that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No app store
for Apple.
No Uber.
Yeah.
I would argue no App Store. YouTube is not as big.
No, it doesn't. No.
Yeah, it would be as it was before.
It would stop.
How do I get it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just crazy to think about how life swings. You have NVIDIA. NVIDIA, I think NVIDIA is above Apple or just under.
They've been battling.
It's in the same.
I never heard about NVIDIA 5 years ago. To know them to be
because I play games. Yeah.
Juggernaut.
Not 5. Yeah.
And I talk to people that talk about AI is going to create this many more new millionaires and this and the third. And I look at AI a little bit like how probably people looked at the .com boom in the 2000s, where there are businesses that are going to be huge and massive because the internet is a thing,
and there will be
but there are some that are going to just
nosedive,
because it's we're AI and they just get tons of money.
Yes, and then
So it's interesting to witness. But as part of that, I was looking at YouTubers that crest a certain amount of money,
and they got that list.
The YouTubers that YouTubers, I'm not talking about streamers.
Yeah, the YouTubers. Yeah.
How do you feel to know, in terms of people who make money off their face, only 3 of them weren't white?
That 3 of them were not white. Yeah, that's not.
KSI, in terms of the top.
Yeah,
KSI,
that's a homer.
Lily Singh,
Oh, she's one of the top?
$20 million a year.
Wow.
From YouTube.
Wow.
$20 million a year. KSI, Lily Singh.
To one black.
Who was the other one?
Indian.
I Shall Speed. $5 million a year.
Oh, he made it on that list.
Yeah, that's the.
This list was out of how many people? Did they
I think so.
But
It said
it's top 10, right?
It wasn't top 10. It was a larger
50,
list.
like 50 or 100?
Maybe 50.
Okay.
Maybe 50.
Wow.
But it was definitely everybody. The minimum was in the millions.
Yeah.
And then obviously Mr. Beast number one at $1 billion.
Which
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
That is so interesting. That shows that.
So I'm just saying, as black content creators,
yeah.
What does that make you think and feel and consider and wonder about?
About what people think about our skin color, obviously. And there's something about the skin color translating to people wanting to sit down and ingest your content in that way. And we'll get to it. And
again, Ashton Hall, Kai Cenat, Drewski, y'all making money.
I'm
just saying that it's interesting when they do the lists.
That Speed is the one.
About the people doing the bits that they can count and consider and know.
From a YouTube space.
Because I know they're going to be, we making money. I'm not saying y'all not making money. Do you see what I'm saying? But I also do believe in it's why people go to the Grammys. The award means something. I want to be on the list.
Yeah.
You know, it's why restaurants like Michelin stars. It's not like they don't make good food, but being on the list does something.
I think
I would love for more of us to be on the list, in my opinion. Why isn't Kai Cenat there? It's probably because he doesn't do the YouTube thing, because there might be things that are at play right now, man. I'm doing more over here. I'm just gonna stay over there.
And you know, I told you the other day, I've said like I big up people like Speed. I think Speed is different, man. Like Speed. What did I say about Speed? I said Speed literally goes like there's nowhere Speed you can't find Speed. Like Speed is in any kind of demographic, any kind of genre, any kind of aspect of it doesn't matter if it's the top of the top in sports. I mean, this guy just battled what's the hot dog man name that's always like the number one Chestnut. He battled him. He battled him. To eat hot dogs. So you see him battle him.
Yeah, I thought the gymnastics.
You see him battle the my girl, the gymnastic girl. What's her name? Sumi. Is this some
the Asian girl?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Sumi, right?
Sumi.
Yeah.
Battles her. Then he battles a fellow content creator, Ashton. But then he's in WWE. Then he's in. You know what I'm saying?
Rick Ross's Maybach.
He's literally. He goes. I saw him. There's a I forget these work
in the off season in Greece.
He's in Greece.
Just chilling
these street nigga workout niggas in New York that just go on like bars and he's with them. Like he goes in. So if you want to talk about why he's at the top, he's with everybody though.
Yeah,
he's the Rock. He's a. It's funny. And then
he's the Rock.
He's the Rock. Black people love the Rock. White people love the Rock.
Yeah.
He's like that. Beyonce, right? You gotta, and we'll talk about this in the hip hop and music and all that.
Sure.
If you're hitting all of the possible markets, genres where you are giving to that, you're giving to the Asian community, he's with the Indians trying food. He's doing all of these things. Then we're gonna say we're wondering why he's at the top, Yeah, because he was relating to everybody.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's what happens if you want to be the biggest.
I never look at I Show Speed and think he's selling out. Like I recognize a dude that I would know.
Yo,
he is in all these places.
I bigged him up in on a comment today, and someone's like, "Look at you, glazing ass nigga." Yo, 2025. You're not allowed to big up nobody. If you do, it's glazing. If you think that, I said, yo, I literally was like, yo, Speed, what you're doing is remarkable. Everywhere I go, I see you. You with Tom Brady. You with this. Like it's. I think this is unbelievable, and he's performing he's performing at the highest level of whatever it is.
And it's consistent. Like for example, Ashton Hall had his moment with the routine in the morning.
Absolutely,
you've seen again, it's natural, but you've seen the content kind of just. You're not seeing the virality as much.
Yeah,
but there's so many people doing his.
Actually, I Show Speed all the time
because he's finding new ways.
I Show Speed all the time, and it's always something where I'm like, "What's he doing?" So what now?
Speed is doing something different all the time. He doesn't
have
a particular
Speed.
thing.
Yeah. No, shout out to him. But welcome to You Might Want to Sit Down for This. Episode 97. No, these things were need to be said. This is 97, right?
It's a good year for Jordan.
Right.
There you go.
Wow, we're almost at 100. Congratulations.
What should we do for 100?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
We should do like a high podcast where we all just smoke weed or something.
Okay.
Just like a marathon for multiple hours and see which one cracks.
We'll figure something like that.
Like 100 hours of content.
Right. Nice. Or maybe go live.
Hours of content is crazy.
Or see if we can go live,
in some way or something like that, yeah.
I've been looking into that. But anyway, yeah, so, we got some music things to undertake.
Not hip-hop. Apparently nobody listens to that no more.
We'll globally. Yeah. No, we'll definitely get into that. But let's start on something that's positive and negative. Well,
Drake having 15 records go diamond?
No. But we'll get. Yeah, no. We'll get to
positive. I thought negative for the haters.
Oh. No, we'll start with the Verzuz because I have a way to take us through there.
Cash Money versus No Limit in Vegas. Shouts out to Complex. I don't know what you paid those guys. But that's the reason why it wasn't in New Orleans, for everybody asking.
Yeah, a lot of people were wondering why it wasn't in their hometown, which is a valid question when both groups created the sound there. Mm-hmm. So that does make sense. But you have to consider corporate things and, the sponsors that are involved and all that. And also this being the first Verzuz returning, because Verzuz has kind of been out of the zeitgeist for quite some time now. People are wondering what happened to it. It got sold, with the Apple deal and all these different things. So people were kind of confused. A lot of brands are being attached to it now.
Them get paid off the sale?
Well, apparently everybody that was involved in the early Verzuz actually has some kind of stock in it. Apparently that's what they're saying. But they, brought it back for this Complex Con. It was Complex Con, right?
Complex Con. Shout out Trapler Ross, yo. You can come to my booth anytime.
Oh yeah, there was some controversy. Well, before we get into that, what was the controversy with him and Central and Academics?
He did you guys, for those who aren't familiar with Trapler Ross, I actually love his stuff. He does these long, elongated documentaries, essentially about hip hop culture and adjacent hip hop culture. He did a long, extended one about Central C.
Okay.
Now the thing with Trapler Ross is, yes, he does really lean into. I don't want to make sure that people understand these aren't like just documentary. He leans into guys who are street beef and street politics and
so like
stuff like
Academics. That used to be?
Yeah. Like when Academics did the Warren Chirac thing. Series, and Trapler Ross actually gives flowers to Academics and said that inspired me to really dig into these things. But he's from the UK, right? So a lot of people were mad at him because he does stuff in the States.
Yeah.
But he did a longer one about Central C.
Got it.
And yeah, look, he's gonna say he's journalism. He's giving commentary. He's saying stuff about guys being in violent situations.
Got it.
So Central's manager told the man to come out the booth
because he remembers the shit he said.
Hey, yo, come out the booth, black.
Oh my god,
come out the booth.
I mean,
F out the booth, black. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he remembers what he said, and it's like, I get it.
We remember.
You have to put content out, and you made your money. I do not have to be nice to you, bro, because you said a lot.
Right. Negative things.
Not negative. It's commentary, but you know how it is.
Yeah.
You know how it is. If I'm a rapper and I'm up now, I don't want you reminding people that I had this one Snapchat song that didn't do nothing and being like, it was so surprising.
So that's what it's about.
The sound wasn't really quite
so
there
he was,
yet.
So it was kind of dissing, bringing up.
Not dissing, it's context.
Yeah,
digging in his closet.
It's context.
Got it.
Now Central, because they're on, which is what's lovely about our modern era. Somebody was live. I think it was live.
Yeah.
So Central's like, the thing with me, I can handle it because I get it. But some of the people around me,
yeah, that's what it is.
I'm not here to understand that this guy's doing something to pay his bills. I'm here to tell him to come out the booth, black.
Well, I mean, it is a stark reminder.
Respected.
The more that you speak about people, what potentially is waiting for you, depending on how deep you go into a negative. But that's that is part of life. But yeah, so Cash Money, No Limit. Yeah. Complex return to the Verzuz.
Yeah.
Did anybody see it?
I watched it.
I watched a majority
as well.
You
got pieces and stuff?
I got pieces, not in full.
The gist of it.
All right, so I got you. And based off what we were talking about pre-show, I could tell that we're going to have a difference of opinion here.
Well, and this is actually, interestingly enough, this kind of ties into everything musical.
It does?
Yeah.
All right.
Because opinion is such a strong word.
All right, let's do it. Who'd you have winning the Verzuz? Let's just do it. Who did you have winning the Cash Money versus No Limit versus from Las Vegas, Complex Con? Who'd you have winning?
So I have two different hats. One
You're not wearing any hat. I'm the only one wearing a hat.
Yeah. So I have two different hats. One, I'm going to put on my unbiased, looking at it straight and direct.
Because this guy always has biases.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, not you. You.
I do.
I mean.
Right? Yeah. If I put on one of my bias or removing my bias hats, strictly from a perspective of, Young Money. Well, I mean,
Young Money was definitely not there.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't enough.
Definitely not
in any facet.
In any capacity,
there wasn't
not
even
one
representative there, unless they were like in the back.
Unless
Little Twist was in the back. I don't know.
Nobody there, man.
If I remove my biases, Cash Money Records, taking over for the 99 and 2000, they had a lot of records, and I'm having my DJ hat on. Yeah. They had a lot more recognizable records.
To that crowd.
But you know what?
No, more to us. That crowd knew No Limit, bro.
Oh, so then
if you saw how the crowd was responding,
so then what do you mean?
Was of the age group where they were ready for the No Limit.
So energy. When he says not more recognizable, how do you know? What are you gauging that off of? Like that, it's more recognizable if it's not from the people in the crowd.
Because the thing that's so interesting about Verzuz, because I understand that Verzuz is a battle and it is taken from dancehall clash culture, right? Mm-hmm. So there is something about the musical delivery and the type of records that you do. However, sometimes we've reached a point in society where it's like we want to know the songs that we know, and if one song that we know versus a song that we don't know, we're gonna say it's a song that we know that's better. Whether anything else about it was superior or not, but just the notoriety of a record and and since Verzuz so far is built on nostalgia, it's about whose song can you remember and whose song was bigger, right? So it's song against song. In a strictly song against song format, Cash Money, I believe, won majority of the battle. However,
of course,
there's always going to be a however.
I'm going to call you two-side Chris.
No. Sorry. No. What do you mean? Well, no. You can,
because there is Express and then there's AKA DJXP.
He sues people all the time.
So with that being said,
you know what'll never happen to you? Happened to Trapper or Ross. You're not offending nobody.
Okay.
So based on music, you said of the music that was played, you said Cash Money won. I can see where he's
going, because I would say No Limit had better performers. All those people
Bro,
Master P came out for the first record and was running a place.
So that's what I'm gonna say. So that's what I'm gonna say. There is a performative aspect of
No Limit had the better performances.
They had better performances. They also, I felt like, outside of specific people on Cash Money side, No Limit felt like they were embracing this Verzuz opportunity in a very specific way to big up their culture, to big up where they're from, and to give people a show and to remind people of the things that they've done.
So said X. Cash Money won the Verzuz. So says XP.
No, I say I don't know.
That's what I heard you say.
I don't no.
Song for song, Cash Money. Isn't that what he said?
New Orleans won. Because that's what they say, right?
What do you have to say? I'm done with this nigga.
So I want to see what the last part is.
Because you are making as much of a choice as he would, and he didn't see it. Make a decision. Who won?
Well, you have to understand. I also watched it recently too, because I finally found a fucking feed, because it was all some things I couldn't see. It's so hard to call it, because this is reminiscent of the Locks.
Locks, yes, everyone's gonna do that one. Locks versus
Dipset, where on paper, having the better records and the more recognizable records.
Who said that for the Locks and Dipset?
Who won the Locks versus Dipset versus?
Oh, yeah, okay, let's go
do it.
Okay,
who won the Locks versus Dipset versus?
The Locks, that's unquestionable.
I got you.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. All right.
No.
What are you saying?
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I got you.
You're disagreeing with me?
No, I said I'm not. I got you.
I agree the Locks did win.
Do you think the Locks won because They came ready to perform.
Yo, oh my!
I'm asking you a question.
That gave them
that gave them. We're not because Jadakiss came ready to tear it up, and it looks like he's been ready for that for a year. Is that why the lost
We're not gonna change the rules.
I'm not changing the rules. I'm asking you a question.
No, because I'm telling you. What is
the rules?
No, the rules is versus evolve. That's what we have to we have to respect.
What is this? Halo evolve?
No, because it evolved.
No, I'm saying we're not. No. This is what I'm saying.
Both of y'all have something going on where y'all just trying to play the fence.
No.
I'm not with it, y'all. I'm getting y'all viral tonight, B.
It's been a long time since
without you, my friend. Oh.
No, it's been a long time since Versus is what was. Yo, whose song was better, this or this? It's been a fucking long time.
Okay, let's be honest.
They don't do that no more.
Versus started during COVID, where nobody was together, and we were tuning in and just hearing the records.
And then when it changed,
then it became the performance thing when dudes had to come really spit,
or perform their song to the people and see them react to these songs.
Cash Money can't win because Wayne wasn't there.
Then that's not.
Is that what you're telling me?
Wait,
no, because I'm basing.
No. That's not why they couldn't win. But the fact is that they did it based off what people are saying.
So people don't have Cash Money winning.
A lot of people do not have Cash Money.
No. A lot of people do have Cash Money winning, but it's not.
That was in the building or people online. I don't see a lot of. I don't see shit. I don't see. The overwhelming people saying Locks won Dipset, I'm not seeing that exact same thing with this.
Yeah, it wasn't a landslide.
The Locks situation, there was not many people saying, even Dipset admitted that they lost.
They got the best.
So what are we talking about? I'm not making that up.
That's also because Locks, the record selection was closer. What I'll say about this one is this, and then I'll give it to y'all.
Okay, go.
I will give you, and agree, I think No Limit came ready to perform.
Okay.
And it looked like it.
Mm-hmm. Like the Locks.
Song for song, I think Cash Money smoked.
But nobody does that anymore in verses.
But when I'm looking at the video and I'm seeing people in the spot, when number one Stunner comes on, I see people going crazy. When Slow Motion comes on, I see people going crazy.
That's a fact. Anything Juvenile did was going crazy.
Bro, by the time it got to Slow Motion, which is halfway through the battle, I called it. I said, it's over now. Because we're done.
I'll say this.
How many more beatings are they going to
All I'm going to say is, just on paper, this is why Cash Money didn't win the way that I wanted.
Project B hit, and Wayne wasn't there, and I still thought that hit crazy.
Listen what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This Cash Money versus No Limit, respectfully,
say it.
Cash Money destroys No Limit.
Exactly.
The fact that we're even thinking of doing that. No. You are not. But a lot of people. No, a lot of people. No, but that. Yeah. Look what you said. No. Look what you said. I think Cash Money won. That's a loss.
Wait.
He said, I think Cash Money won. Why does he think? Yo, off the bat from the beginning, when they announced it,
I'm giving you that if No Limit shows up with better performance, I'm showing respect. If No Limit shows up with better performance and Cash Money shows up without Wayne,
we're talking
those are things.
But we talk about it in hindsight. At the beginning, as soon as it was announced, everyone said
wasn't coming.
They said Cash Money's smoking this. We don't care what happens. That's what they said. It's a smoker. I don't even know why No Limit is showing up. Only people in New Orleans were like, yeah, but they might, Then people started bringing up those certain things. They're like, well, depending on where you place the song placement, because we've seen people who have better catalogs lose in a versus based on song structure. We've seen it. Strong placements in a list. We've seen it. So it's not only about performance, it's about where you play certain songs against other people's songs. It's a strategy thing. It's no longer just 20 records and your 20 records and which general had the best 20 records. Because Cash Money has the better 20 records.
So when we're done here, I'll play it for you because it's on YouTube. I'll find you a link. You're going to call it by halfway.
No, but he is saying. But do you understand what he's saying?
I don't think he understands what I'm saying.
Because I'm saying you're saying the fact that there's a conversation means that Cash Money lost because they should have smoked. Am I correct? It should have
been a smoker, and because
I'm saying it was a smoker to me. I'm saying I called it halfway.
But
that's not the general public. The general public is not they smoked. The general public is not that they smoked. And again,
I want to point out when a lot of these No Limit records were coming out. I tell this all the time. I was a sheltered church boy. I was not listening to this stuff.
People were impressed with No Limits.
You have to
representation of what they did,
and you have to understand something. Wow. Regionally speaking, come on. Let's cut the bullshit. You know where we're from.
Yeah, come on, man.
We are from the East Coast. We are from the North, but we are also from the East Coast.
Yeah.
And when we grew up in terms of formative
we're getting a lot of New York music, a lot of East Coast music. I don't disagree.
No, but hold on. But it's not even just that. Cash Money. First of all, No Limit crawled so Cash Money could run and fly. So do you understand that in the category of of the story, No Limit was imperative to Cash Money's success. You know what I found out? One of the things that separated Cash Money from No Limit from a battle perspective is something that was revealed to me. KLC, who is the in-house producer for No Limit, was talking about how many albums that these guys dropped, which we saw. There was a year, and maybe I'm going to be misquoted, but I think he said something like there was like 40 albums that dropped in a year.
I believe it.
Wow.
And
I believe it.
It was to the point, and maybe you
was dropping a lot.
And maybe you can attest to this. Maybe you can attest to this as you were listening.
Sure.
But you're not. Where were you? How were you listening to it on your TV?
I was watching it on YouTube.
Was your speaker connected?
Like the surround sound and stuff? I was listening to it loud, but I didn't have this surround sound on.
Okay,
just the TV sound.
You could notice an immediate difference when you heard a song from one camp versus the other.
In terms of the production value you're talking about?
Yes.
He doesn't mean beats though.
No, I know what you're asking me. You're asking me if I noticed?
Yeah. Did you notice that there was a certain energy of the Cash Money records versus the No Limit records?
Yeah, but
okay,
I'm trying to also
Manny Fresh
not let my fandom because
no,
Manny, I was like, I heard Still Fly. I'm like, yep, we're getting to it.
No, but that's not the reason.
What was it?
There was a point where No Limit could not keep up with the musical requirements of doing full mixes and masters of records the way in which Cash Money had access to. So there was the amount of music that they were churning out. It was physically impossible for KLC to actually give respect to the songs in which in a normal music making environment would be. And because of that, they had to churn out songs and not really spend time getting it mixed, mastered, and then also consider
on a podcast or an interview.
It was said somewhere.
Somebody called him.
And also,
wait, call who?
The Cash Money.
Oh, somebody called X. Yeah,
Cash Money is distributed by Universal Music.
All right.
And there's a certain
Universal Music.
When you consider Universal Music, there's a couple of considerations. One, they are the biggest industry.
15 times Diamond, Drake.
Yeah. And when you consider their reach at that time, and even now, if you are on Universal, there is a push that your music is going to get that other people aren't even going to get. So from the onset, and I'm not even sure what No Limit, who their distributor was. I don't know if it was independent. And can you check who No Limit? Actually, I'll check. I'm not sure who No Limit's
who had their distribution.
Yeah, hold on.
Something tells me I'm gonna go off memory, and I would just for whatever reason I remember the No Limit thing being Master P was definitely doing a lot of that by himself,
which is why he made so much money.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was distributed by Priority Records. Okay, and that's not
a
UMG.
Yeah,
that's independent, but then partnering with them for national distribution. Yeah. But that is not like Universal. But later on, they did get some deals with Universal after the fact. But Cash Money Records had that push. So for us who are not American, who are not in the South, who are on the East Coast / North, the Cash Money machine already sets them up to be bigger just on notoriety. And the game and the industry was bigger in terms of their ability to control what people heard and saw. Okay. And to be honest with you, music and songs being stuck in your head and being played places and being in your mind is going to help you win in a lot of things because nostalgia is one of the biggest tools in music. Everybody's doing remakes. Everybody's doing samples. Everybody's bringing back styles. Everything is cyclical.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Did they play What Happened to That Boy at this?
No.
What?
I know.
Yeah, okay, you know what? They didn't win then.
No, but you know
what? They didn't play.
But do you understand?
What Happened to That Boy?
But do you know that what happened to that boy? But do you know what happened to that boy?
Right. And niggas gonna do that emotional stuff because they're not friends?
What happened to that boy is how we get the Drake beef and Kendrick.
Yeah, come on. Oh.
But which they shouldn't have been played.
They played a milli.
A milli shouldn't have been played.
They played a milli and not What Happened to That Boy?
I thought it was weird.
That's one of my favorite songs.
They got to a period of time where it looks like they were running out of time with the stadium.
They were.
So then they're like, yo, we're not going to play whole records. We're just going to do verses and then we're going to move on. Like one verse of each record and move on. Manny Fresh makes that announcement,
and then plays
they go into a milli, and I'm like, oh, what are you guys doing? What's happening? You were done. Like, it's okay.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll say this. Because
it was a miscalculation. That ending was a miscalculation.
Yeah, but literally a miscalculation because of the timing of whatever. Crazy. But here's the thing also, you know how we're saying that Cash Money on paper and in reality smashed or what have you? I feel like that's kind of what Birdman's mentality was. Because Birdman, and I know earlier, I mean, it was informed that he was inebriated or something like that. But no, that's what I was told. That he was drunk. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, he gets calls.
But removing that, because I think being drunk just makes you more of who you are. I don't think that makes you. Unless you drink too much.
That argument,
however, I feel like Birdman was disgusted for a lot of his verses. Like he almost the whole thing where you're like, yo, No Limit shouldn't even be against him. I feel like that was what Birdman. His attitude.
Birdman so mad he didn't show up?
No, I'm saying he was almost like why did I even come? Like I shouldn't even have showed up for this fake shit kind of thing. That's how I felt like the way he was performing. Like he's like, yo, and you want to ask me why I think that? Because he kept shouting out NBA Youngboy.
But
he's trying to show. No, I know, but he's trying to
you
show
go
that
out, you don't shout me out nowhere. And I thought I was in it.
When do I go out and shout people out?
See?
No. When it's a lot. First of all,
doesn't show me out
congratulations on the situation with the Blue Jays. I posted that immediately as soon as I saw it.
There's no situation with the Blue Jays. What do you mean?
All right, never mind.
Yeah, because this guy's trying to guess.
The Blue Jays DJ.
No. I'm saying it how I want to say it.
No, but that got us in trouble.
Wait, hold on. Can I tell you something though? I mean, can I ask a question?
And even somebody hit me and said, yo, somebody hit me off the post. Yo, that's what I was getting on? How did he get there? I said, yo, the Blue Jays DJ is dying. It's probably just spinning this stuff. I told the story, but I'm not explaining the headline if you don't answer what the headline, bro. I'm posting the headline.
Yeah, but true. But can I ask a question though?
What?
Yo, they didn't play What Happened to That Boy? Are you for real?
Yeah,
versus that you're telling me Cash Money destroyed. They didn't play one of their best records.
Imagine what it would have been like if they didn't play What Happened to That Boy. They still killed and they didn't play What Happened to That Boy.
Right.
Yo,
but
and they didn't play Something Like My Daddy.
Yo, Kill. Oh, they didn't play. Oh, I can see why they didn't play that one.
But
I can see why. Wait, they didn't play
Fire either.
Wait, they didn't play that, but then played Millie.
Yeah,
I'm so confused.
Yeah, Millie was a weird choice.
Yo, I'm getting more confused the more you say it.
Because it's
I gotta watch myself. You guys are confusing me.
Because it's to remind you guys like who we are. Like it's like I don't.
They didn't play Big Timers either. I thought they should have.
But here's the thing.
What happened to that boy?
Here's the thing, though, and here's a counter that I would give you because I know
why he didn't.
I know everybody is trying to pretend that they don't remember anything. Everyone's having this selective nostalgia, but if Mystical was not going through the problems that he was going through.
No. I looked into this.
No, what do you mean? No.
Yeah, wait, what do you mean? No. Pop till after he left No Limit. All the records you're thinking he wouldn't have done with them.
They would still get to play it.
No.
Wait.
Why
Time out.
No.
Wait, time out.
No,
yeah, time
sir.
out. Did Cash Money? Did they play anything that's not Cash
Money? They didn't play no Young Money stuff. And they could have. If he wants to do the Mystical thing,
he's right.
I'm bringing in Young Money stuff, and it's still washing. So no.
Because didn't they play? No, right? Make her say,
yes,
right?
they did.
And he's on that song, so he'll get to do his verse.
He's on the record. But I'm talking about the records that you think Mystical's going to come with and kill him.
Apparently was
after. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, no, I can.
Because Snoop Dogg didn't do it. Did
Snoop Dogg showed up.
Yes, thank God, Jesus.
Yeah, but
Snoop Dogg showed up. But he wasn't allowed. I didn't take that into account.
What Mystical records are you thinking of? You're thinking of the ones after me.
Any of them?
No.
Any of them.
You're thinking of some very specific Mystical.
Wait, let me tell you something.
Any of them.
Can we be honest?
Let's do it.
If those records were on No Limit,
yeah,
and he was performing against whatever you're saying was a smashing,
okay,
it would have been Mystical versus Juvenile.
If you give me Mystical, if they can get Mystical, I want Lil Wayne.
No, I'm saying the same way. Lil Wayne didn't show up. No, Lil Wayne didn't show up. No, he didn't show up. But
because that means no Block is hot.
No. Did they play Block? Wait, did they play Block?
No.
Oh, so then, yeah, the same thing as it is, except
those records. What happened to that boy? No Something Like My Daddy. No Block is hot.
Mm-hmm. And he just shows up on that song, whatever that happened that day, and he gets to do those songs. He gets to do them ones.
Okay, so I understand what you guys are saying. I'm more so than anything, especially with the. I don't know if we're transitioning here, but especially with the current state of hip hop,
we're going to another versus conversation.
I don't want to
but with the current state of hip hop, I'm just happy that something like this can happen, and we can start talking about the music that we love again. At the end of the day, here's what I'm going to say.
Thank God for verses.
I'm a young guy from the suburbs in Canada. Okay, I was surrounded around a multicultural environment.
Sure.
And I'm now an entrepreneur that loves business.
Mm-hmm.
In no small part, that is because of hip hop music. Because the first entrepreneurs I ever heard every week and all the time were hip hop artists.
And you know what?
I love this musical genre. I love it so much. You know what I'm saying? And then when I would see mans like Steve Stout being like, yo, I'm hip hop, but yo, we do business over here. I love this musical genre. I love the Get Money records. I love the Yo Celebrate. I love all of that stuff.
And
the idea of what's happening to my musical genre now.
But that's a perfect but before we even get there, it's a perfect segue because one of the
not with that little timid voice.
What's happening to your genre?
Sorry, X, what you got?
No, that's cool.
But I love, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, one of the biggest.
It doesn't hurt you what's happening, bro.
Oh, I don't know what's happening yet because according to the schedule, I haven't even got there yet in the story. So I don't know. So far, everything is fine. We just had a great big verses. Everything sounds and feels good. But what you had mentioned was about the entrepreneurs and rappers, and one of the biggest ones, obviously, would be Jay-Z. And during this entire discourse of verses, an old clip, because I want to stress that it was an old clip of Jay-Z saying that nobody can stand with him in a verses. That's what he feels like. And he said that in 2021.
Why did
you want to know why? Because people are R-words. They like to use things to try to piggyback and create something that didn't exist.
Create buzz.
Real?
So, they're
I have a couple guys who I think beat Jay, by the way.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
The best rapper alive.
So as this was going around and people were talking about how Hov's versus song lineup would be absolutely insane, then people started this entire train of what you're doing, which is about to discredit his ability.
I'm not discrediting nothing.
His catalog and his ability,
another heavyweight
and his ability to get these people out. It's so funny too.
He's going to do the verses thing that doesn't exist anymore. Go ahead.
Which one?
Song for song.
Yeah, because
song for
song.
I'm
going to bring people who perform as well. But nonetheless,
that's not how it works.
Yo, we interrupted our brother.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's stop. X, educate us.
X gonna give it to him. It's so funny because the 50 Cent and T.I. thing was actually going viral, and I kept reposting our video because they were talking. They were talking because that sounds like a big question that people are asking. But anyway, for Hov, some of the ones that were coming up that they said that that they would get Hov out of here.
All right, let's see.
Eminem is one of them.
No, he wouldn't.
And I don't think so either, because when they were starting to put the songs. Because when you talk about like Without Me and like,
yo, they gotta stop saying
and like I'm not afraid
for a bit, but there comes a point in time, and I know people don't want to admit it, where Jay-Z pulls away in an Eminem versus, in my opinion.
People have to stop talking about how somebody will get somebody out of here. They're usually wrong.
That as well.
They're usually wrong.
I'm no for M. What are you saying about M?
Come on.
What's the next one?
Okay, another one that I saw was this one: Jay versus Drake. But here's what I will say. I know that in a versus you can't. It
depends on which Drake and Hov organization you're getting.
I honestly, I'm gonna say something controversial. I think it's a weird matchup.
It is.
It's a weird matchup in the sense that
Drake can use all his features, Hov can use all his features, and they run their entire music career.
I feel like in a versus, the artists have to be equally yoked in a certain way. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like having two, because they're I know that Drake, I know
they've done so many songs together.
But honestly,
they've done so many songs together.
But honestly,
don't do this.
Hov's non-melodic part of his career, I think plays differently in Drake, who has commanded a lot of his own records by doing the melody and the rapping. I just think it's.
But Drake, don't bar up dudes.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But if you compare the Hov bar up records with the Drake bar up records in a versus settings,
what are you asking me?
How does that play out to be a palatable battle that makes sense, or that is?
All I'm gonna say is this: nobody could afford it except for the Saudis. Okay, no, I'll be real. Hey, if y'all want to see that type of verses, y'all better get that Saudi. You're about to talk to Turkey a la Sheik. But If anybody could ever come together to give Drake the appearance fee and Hov the appearance fee and say, Habibi, please, for our viewing pleasure, versus 25 songs and it's 2 straight hours, forget who wins. It would be the greatest night in hip hop history.
No, past hip hop.
It would be one of them.
Music. It would be top 5 musical events of all time.
It would be top 5.
Nuts.
It would be a top 5 musical.
Because the audience would be crazy.
Yes, they already
filled with people that are
like. I know you guys want to look at.
It'd be crazy.
Drake and Kendrick as it's Drake and Hov.
It'd be crazy.
Is where this
because
is where
one thing about those guys, they know how to please a crowd. As much as Hov didn't perform better than X, and he tells the story, DMX,
but he went crazy
because sleeping on Jay-Z with his performance. Because if he would set it up,
yo, he's funny because if you watch those clips of those shows, he said DMX killed him. He went crazy.
He went off. But that's why he's saying it, because he knows that even though he went so well,
he went insane.
He went off.
He went super saiyan.
I remember the clip of when Jay-Z opened up the Barclays by himself, 10 nights in a row, going nuts.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah.
Where we at, go?
I see what you're doing.
The other J one that came up. But nobody can afford it. Yeah. No, for sure. The other Hov one that came up was Hov against Ye.
That's another one I think is close. These are the names I thought of.
Those are the only 3 names.
I thought Hov and Ye, Hov and Drake. I did not think Eminem.
Yeah, I
think of Hov. You can think Drake and Ye.
But if we take it off of Hov, because but
those 3 battle each other.
Look, the reason why the Drake and Ye one, which is not really the convo, but that you bring it up.
Yo, do this for me, yo. How much would it cost?
They should go do it.
How much does it? You go to Jay, you go to Ye, you go to Drake. Yo, we want y'all 3 on a verse, like Battle of Champions or something like that. Mm-hmm. We want it for 3 hours, 2.5 hours.
Right.
Just straight music. What do they say? Okay, pay me this. What does it have to cost?
Mask Ye, braids Drake, dreads Hov. This is yo. Can you imagine those 3?
I don't think
versions of them. The evolution.
I don't think anybody's getting out their house for less than $10 million. I don't think if they know,
for sure.
If they know what this is, like if this is a versus
we 510
sanctioned
event, is it
event,
pay-per-view?
No,
is that the type of thing that
can't control? They can't control it.
They're gonna. No,
it'll be on Amazon.
It's gonna be
Okay.
They all love Jeff.
Where would they do it? Is it done in Saudi?
They gotta go down there. Yeah,
because they want to get it away from anybody's home ground of any kind of home court advantage.
That's not why. It's because they want everything.
No, I'm just
want
saying,
it over there.
Yeah, but
and the amount of A-listers and celebrities at this event
would fly in.
And you want to bring them there.
You would bridge all the gaps of hip hop in such a way. But yeah, no, that would for
and they
gotta
sure. Do like, and then after that do undercard or overcard of like Beyonce versus Rihanna or some shit like that.
Yeah, to get things going.
It would take it would take too long. There's no event that could be this. It would have to be like a weekend.
Can you imagine?
It would have to be like hey, I have an idea for
WrestleMania has back-to-back. There
would have to be a weekend like Saudi Music Fest, 2 verses.
Yeah,
the kings of hip hop.
Yeah.
And then one day the queens of R&B.
Yeah, no, for real.
And just let them have at it. Let them fight like Godzilla versus Kong.
Speaking of R&B, I don't know if you guys, because I know you don't really see the Twitter conversations, right? One of the R&B Verzuz was kind of getting in this conversation as well, and they were talking about how immaculate Stevie Wonder's pen and his songs are. And they were saying, they were trying to bring up who could get him out of here. And obviously, we're excluding Michael Jackson and those things. But they were bringing up one and really trying to push.
Mike or excluding Prince?
Get him out of here.
Yes. They know, because get him out of here is the hip hop term or whatever.
I know. Nobody's getting him out of here.
They think that Robert Kelly can get Stevie Wonder out of here. Now, I want you guys
Robert Kelly can't get himself out of jail.
He's not getting him out of here. Because, you know what? Get him out of. You know what?
That's a smoking. Get him out of here is a beatdown.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say.
Not he went close to
Dodgers beat Jays 6-5 the other day. That's not getting you out of here.
So if I remove the term "getting out of here,"
could win.
Buzzer beater. Yeah, he could buzzer beater maybe.
Who buzzer beater? Who can do what?
5 overtimes
for who? For who?
Either or.
If somebody
said, I want to know for who.
Okay, so the way I look at it is this. If the verses happen between these 2 artists,
and he's not a bad person,
somebody came to me and said, "Hey, this other person." Wait, what the
fuck? Because perception matters, right? Perception matters.
Yo,
is that what you're saying? Because yes, if this is including how he is, then yes, Stevie Wonder wins.
Yo, someone said something, and I really want to shout him out. I can't remember his name, but he said, "Yo, by the time I found out about like R. Kelly and his music, he was already in that. Okay, see? Because what do you think I'm gonna say? Because I feel like you know what I'm gonna say.
Just finish it.
R. Kelly was already on the other side of his career where he was doing like Trapped in the Closet and all the other shit that was away from guys. You know there was a time when R. Kelly
discovering R. Kelly, you could do no wrong. Imagine discovering R. Kelly at the height of child accusations and Trapped in the Closet. You'd be like, yo, what is all this?
What is the hype about? Exactly. No, listen. We need to be honest, though.
But we're gonna lie that we didn't rush to go see the next episode.
Yeah, but that's like
one night in college. I watched all of the Trapped in Closets after a pub night at the Thirsty Penguin. Shout out to York University. Yeah, exactly. I never forgot that.
We did that.
But do you understand what his point is? Because when you think about Stevie Wonder, you don't think about any downturn. And is the downturn him not coming out with music? Okay, we can argue that for another day. But
who's saying that? Nobody's saying.
No, but I'm saying if that's what you would say, because the argument will be is R. Kelly continued to make music, and then Stevie Wonder just kind of relied on his immaculate and very extensive catalog. But he has a lot of music.
I know. That. He didn't just do one album. Then I'm with you guys.
Yes. No. However, if that would be the argument that people would make on the Kelly side.
Actually, you know what? Let me see.
The point is that guy made a lot of sense. Him finding out about Kelly when he was kind of in that direction takes away from the undeniable way that you would look at R. Kelly versus someone like Stevie Wonder, who has had such an illustrious and impeccable career in terms of musicianship, in terms of the way that he approached music, the way that he changed music. I know he has a lot.
How many does he have, Chris?
I'll tell you why I know it's a lot before I take the guess.
If you niggas say any dumb shit again about Stevie Wonder, I'm gonna slap
the 70s.
I'll slap someone in the face.
The 70s and 80s,
honestly,
is the eras where these guys were making albums all the time. So stop getting mad at NBA Youngboy for having 40 albums.
Yeah, you guys want to do 2 albums and then tell me someone's the GOAT. No.
I'm telling you, I'm tired of that
someone
shit.
Put up 4 albums. Yo, he's the greatest ever. No,
and you know what, Travell?
I don't care.
And Travell, that's part of the hip hop conversation we're going to talk about.
He's one of the best players ever. Yeah, he's one of the best players ever.
I think they're not enough music.
Not enough music from those who struck while the iron was hot and everybody was looking.
He's one of the best players ever. He played 4 years. No.
Yeah, no, you're right. So go on. Read how many albums does Stevie Wonder
23. I don't want to hear nobody tell me about he hasn't made what's he last made. He made 23. He's lapped your favorite artist 10 times.
10 times over.
Okay, so he don't have to put out no album for the rest of his life because he keeps singing 23 different albums. Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't want to hear. That's why it's so disrespectful. And he never had an R. Kelly type of career at the tail end.
Whether he could see or not, he's sick.
Can't see you niggas because you don't need to see y'all because y'all are disgusting. I just thought that was funny. That it was so disrespectful. It was disrespectful because
show me those posts. And you got to show me that. I want to be in that lane wherever XP sees these things. Like I want to see those people to talk. That's right.
The problem also is before we go to the next part of the conversation is that people, and this is going to tie into the hip hop conversation. People have this idea of forgetting what happened before, and because it's not current and it's not now, they try to discredit it, and it only happens in hip-hop. Black genres.
No, black genres, okay, not just hip hop. Yeah,
by extension,
they do it They do it in black actors who are only do black film stuff. They do it to like athletes. They do it to it's like they try to get
it to our black actors. Yeah. I heard somebody tell me the other day. Man, Daniel Kaluuya really fell off.
There was
that guy won an Oscar.
No, there was a podcast. A podcast talked about it. Like I saw that interview. There's like, he fell off.
He's producing now. Like he's just. Yeah. He's not. He's just like.
God forbid.
And can I tell you guys something?
He won an Oscar for Judas and the Black Messiah.
Sometimes I want you guys to know. Sometimes when an actor leaves or disappears for 2-3 years. The next year, that 4th year, they're in like 5 things. 5. What do you think they're going to read and work on all these films?
People do that because nobody ever does that and had ever done that to Daniel Day-Lewis. And Daniel Day-Lewis would do a movie and then go be a shoemaker for 5 years and then show up again and, oh my God, Daniel, thank you.
We only do it to each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's really it's actually ridiculous.
Exactly. So there's a conversation now because we've been teasing it all episode.
I don't tease. I get right to it.
Okay.
Pause.
Well, no, it wouldn't.
It's not a pause.
And no pause either.
Because you tilted it.
Listen, after Sabrina,
I'm saying, damn, like she must be getting all she can handle.
After Sabrina Carpenter has spoofed all the podcasts that say pause, we're not doing that. We're not saying pause anymore.
Wait, she did what?
Spoofed.
Yes, she was on Saturday Night Live, and they were making fun of all the urban podcasts that say stuff and a little pause and whatever, and got it.
And they let Sabrina Carpenter get that off.
Yeah,
they didn't even bring like a Kiki Palmer to let us feel better.
To Kiki about it? No, I feel you. No, Kiki's in her own hot water.
You guys are not gonna take me off what I want to do.
Okay, but you know what it is? They're making the pause thing a central part of their podcasting, and you know that's true for some people.
Yeah, and there's some people.
That's what makes it funny. It's like or compelling. It's
I'll do what Vince did then.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, find clever ways because we know. Anyway,
yes.
Let's talk about Billboard. Because we are in a numbers game.
I hate what they're doing to the music I love, yo.
But hold on. There's a two-parter to this Billboard thing. First, I want to read you about a new change that happened to Billboard, the Billboard Hot 100. As you know, the Billboard Hot 100 is the chart that tells us what songs are popping in the entire globe, the United States of America, and by extension, Canada. They changed their rules because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but a lot of songs have been staying on the charts for an exuberantly long time, even though you could argue that it's past its prime in relevancy or like in terms of like any kind of attraction to it. So to summarize, they updated the Hot 100 rules to keep the chart fresh and stop songs from living there forever. Basically, older tracks now get kicked off sooner, depending on how long they've been on and how low they fall on the actual list. So, for example, if a song has been around for 6 months and then drops below the top 25, or a year and then it drops below the top 10, they take it out. They're starting to move because songs were starting to get really stagnant at a point. The goal is to make room for new music instead of letting those same songs keep dominating. And let me show you some of the songs that were staying on for such a long period of time. Was that Teddy Swims song
Lose Control?
Yes, it was on there for let me see how long it said.
80 weeks or 100?
It was like 112 weeks it was on there.
Yeah.
And Beautiful Things. Wow. Beautiful Things by Your Friend.
Benson Boone, baby.
89 weeks.
Man, he's killing it.
Lady Gaga and Bruno, 60 weeks.
And they won that. Didn't they win a Grammy for that, like, or something?
Did they? Another Benson Boone song.
Nominated, anyway.
32 weeks. Sorry, I'm Here for Someone Else. And Morgan Wallen, I'm the Problem, 36 weeks. And Luther, Kendrick Lamar and SZA, 46 weeks. So they decided to implement this to get
new songs
out.
In. Huh? To get new songs in.
To get new songs in so that the list reflects accurately like what's going on in the music scene.
Yeah.
Ironically, another stat comes on just days after this implementation, which is the crux of what we were talking about.
Yes.
Which is that for the first time
since 90 something.
35 years ago, 1990
something.
Yeah, what is it?
We're in 2025, so it's 35, it's 1990.
Since the top 200 that there is no hip hop albums on the top 200
albums
chart. This is the first time in such a long, it's almost like, because that's almost.
But it's the first time since the genre rent commercial. Like that's what we have to be honest about that.
Exactly.
It's the first time since the genre rent commercial.
So a lot of people are really freaking out. People are freaking out. People are saying, if you want to know what some of the comments are, because also to take it back to our TikTok, some of the people, our clips about, the dot era stuff, which does tie into this. Some of the things that they were saying is that, which is true, that sometimes there is a commercialization of genres that needs to happen regardless of whatever is going on, no matter what, right? So someone also said that the decline of rap was when sales became the media for good music. You had people pushing out releases because other artists are releasing at the same time. there's a lot of people saying, well, this is what you guys get for, you know, getting, you know, the whole Drake Kendrick thing is like, this was the end result of that. So now you don't have any, you know, albums or whatever staying. But someone said something very intelligent. Shout out to Z, who gets a lot of hate sometimes. He said, as a response to this, it's an important thing to note that this is largely a reflection of a significant multi-year divestment in hip hop by their major labels. Fewer dollars are being spent on developing and marketing rap, and the charts are largely a reflection of activity plus funding. So you understand what that means, obviously.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about when you hear?
I have a lot of theories about this, but that's why I want you guys to go first.
But what were you about to say?
What
you said? What do you guys? And then he said,
"Well, no. What do you guys? He's
turning it to us.
What do you guys think about that? And before I do that, let me play you guys.
See, that's what I thought.
Let me play you guys. Designers new song.
I heard it.
Right?
I heard it.
Cut the hair off.
I heard the clip. You are now listening.
Griselda music, no.
You might want to sit down for this.
I got smarter than the guys. I got prepared when they switch. I done made it to the top. I know some niggas that wish. Almost died in LA City, New York City. I miss
new designer.
Things I gotta do. I gotta check off the list. Got the money on my mind and got respect.
New shit.
My no bitch got diamonds on her. Put the check on.
Let's go.
Nigga kinda 100 M's. I want that check.
Woo!
Oh, I see what you're doing. That's right.
You might want to sit down for this. That's right.
Did you ever perform so on Augusta anywhere? Did you ever perform in like one of the basements in Augusta in Kensington Market?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Of course.
That's what that reminded me of.
I see what you did there.
That's what that reminded me of.
Oh, he's sick.
Why? There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I think in the context that you said it, there was something very wrong with that. That's funny that you said that. That's so funny. The reason why I played that, because there was two that dropped. There was this, and then there was another one where he was rapping a little bit.
I never heard the other.
There was a little bit. It was a little bit with no melody or whatever. This one was a little bit of undertone melody.
Oh wait, the one that I heard before,
right? It was a little bit more rougher, right?
This one has more. Melody. This one is more. This one, this one.
People were saying,
this is good.
Yeah, exactly. This is like a middle ground. The other one was,
completely left field. Of him.
Yeah, but the reason why I played
what
that,
we've heard,
right, is because people were saying that, you know, this is what he really wanted to do, and he didn't really want to do that future stuff.
No, he definitely wanted to do that future stuff.
I love when people say that.
Exactly. Thank you. I'm tired of.
You can also do this, like an actor with range.
No, I love when people say this is what they really want to do.
Exactly.
He loved that record. I saw how he performed it. That was not an act.
you know what I'm saying? Because I hate when this is the other one.
Yeah, that's the one.
In the paint, and I ain't been Wallace. Tony Hawk, kicked at the brick, then I grind it. All them all my
and you know
it's shining so. Fuck niggas can't ask the time team.
New York. Green like. And here's the other thing too. You can't forget.
You might want to sit down for this.
Like he's from New York.
Yeah, so why can't he get on them beats?
Think about it this way: if that's the sound that they came up with, then why shouldn't he be able to do that anyway? But I just thought that was so ironic that these came out on the time where they're talking about the decline of hip hop on these charts. What do you guys attribute? What do you attribute to? Because what Z said, that there is a directed and concerted effort to divest funding from some of these artists and things like that.
Oh, what do you think?
Because from your perspective,
first time in 35 years, there's no hip hop record on the top 200 Billboard top 200. What events or set of events do you think have come together to result in this reality?
Oh my god! Oh my god! It's that was very good. That was very good.
I hate this guy, man. What do I think? What are the
Oh, and there's also no songs on the top 40, the Billboard top 40 as well. The highest one is on 40 is number 44. So that's so
right,
so the albums and the top 40 charts, which is the Billboard 100 by extension. But
because nobody wait.
Yeah. No.
Nobody making that fire. You know what I'm saying?
But they are.
No,
right?
no,
I mean,
okay. No.
They are.
First of all,
right?
amazing what I just saw there on the screen. But I think artists are not really, rappers are not really appealing to a large market anymore. Okay, I feel like now it's interesting. It's interesting. Conundrum because back in the day, artists were very regional, right?
We just started with Cash Money and no limit.
Right,
so
right? It was very regional, and then through the regions, some of these artists or entities transferred over to
broke through,
broke the glass or broke the to the mainstream. But it seems like we're in a different type of isolating your targeting your specific audience or group of people. And sticking to that though. There's not, first of all, let's be honest, when's the last time we heard a rapper even do music, or let's say 5 or 6 or 7 of them do records with pop-in R&B artists?
That is missing today.
That doesn't happen anymore,
and that's been missing for a while. Not
as much anyway, or at least if I was to tell you to name me 5, 6, 7 of them, you probably wouldn't be able to. Before, there was a time where all the time a rapper was working with an R&B artist, for God's sakes. Right? Drake, shout out Drake for being one of the last people to have Drake being a rapper, even though y'all want to say he's a hybrid or not really, but Drake and Party. But before, these guys were doing records all the time with somebody with, who it could be Memphis Bleak and fucking Destiny's Child or like whatever the case may be. Like these type of things would happen, even though I don't think that happened. But you know what I'm saying.
Think of a record like Soldier, T.I. and Destiny's Child.
And Lil Wayne.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Or Ja Rule and Ashanti.
Think about
Ja Rule, Ashanti and Fat Joe.
Christina Milian.
With a little flip.
Just recently, actually, what's funny? I was driving the other day and fucking Fat Joe and Chris Brown record came on. And
Another round?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God.
It's one of the greatest songs ever created.
That song is crazy.
I know Chris Brown thinks to himself, why did I give this to him?
Because it's so crazy and Fat Joe lets him get off so much where it seems like a Chris Brown record.
Absolutely.
I didn't go to the Chris Brown. I want to ask somebody if he performed that song, because that song should be performed.
Yeah,
that song, and he does enough where he can do that. Song is fucking incredible. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, my point being is it's not really happening anymore. So rappers are not really doing a lot of cross genre or cross even their adjacent R&B. They're not much getting into Afrobeat when they could be. You know what I mean? There's a select few that are doing
it. They try.
But back in the day, rappers would even do records with rock artists. Absolutely. That's not even happening.
Jay-Z,
Nelly did records with
Boys and
Florida Georgia Line and
Aerosmith
and Run DMC. Yeah.
Nelly with NSYNC. Like those, so all of this cross genre stuff that was happening, for God's sakes, the wrestler rapping with Wyclef. You're not seeing all of these speed situations that we talked about. Call back to where everybody's going into each other's different
Shout out Offset doing bodies with Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, man. But that's more a sample. That's
a sample. And again, when we do this, we're going to be picking isolated events. Where are the rappers even just doing it with their sisters or brothers, the R&B? It's not happening. So you're not having a lot of records that have melody done by
people that really do melody.
All the rappers are doing their own melodies a lot of the times, and y'all are not Drake. Y'all are not Gunna.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like that's a big part of it.
Yeah. For those who don't know, remember Power Trip? You remember Power Trip by J. Cole?
Miguel.
So I saw the making of that record, right? But do you know that when he first recorded Power Trip, he was the one singing the hook?
I agree. I believe it.
Someone in there said, "Stop this."
Ladies and gentlemen, A&R.
Stop this.
Oh yeah,
let's call somebody.
There's the other part. The death of the A&R. The death of the A&R, or at least the A&R that is actually trying to make records instead of just attaching on to what somebody got going on off their relationship. Like you actually saying, yo, Sean, your shit is so fire. I'm going to pitch you to this artist and we're going to get this record done. But I don't know if that happens anymore.
I'm also saying that like the reason why I use Power Trip as an example.
Absolutely.
Remember, J. Cole produced that.
Absolutely.
I know, and people were getting at J. Cole.
That is
those
something that
times
he
too.
cooked up from start to finish.
Correct.
And he brought it and still was humble enough to let someone say, we're putting somebody on here.
So that
You
could be
understand?
seen as
Yep.
different.
And you make stuff and you make stuff.
That could
you
be
know
seen
how hard
as-
it would be for him to say, what do you mean? I brought it because I thought it was
Most people say that. Most people say, what do you
and
mean?
that's probably what's happening in the music.
Most people would say that, but I wouldn't if I was them. Only because I'm gonna put my vocal on it regardless because I'm the one who made it. But if you if you pull up right now, if I made something and I put a hook on it and I made the beat too, and then you said, don't do that. I got somebody for me personally. I'd be like, okay, let me hear it. I'll already be optimistic or be receptive to wanting to hear it because I was going to put this on anyway because I'm here cooking everything. So I understand Cole cooking everything and maybe being a little bit more receptive compared to XP gives me the beat.
Yeah.
I write the song, I write the hook, and then he tells me, no, don't do that hook. I'm going to go get somebody else.
I'd argue that when
I
you
might
cook
be.
everything, it's harder for you to let anybody change your vision.
I think for
That's
others,
what I would argue.
but for me, it wouldn't.
That's interesting.
Because I have the whole
What do you
thing.
think?
I'm going to just do it anyway. I'm expecting you to bring me something that's better.
You're right. No, you are right.
I think that's how people feel.
Because if I cooked up the whole thing, I'm not in a collaborative headspace.
Yeah.
Whereas if you give me the beat,
but
and
are you
do the verse and you bring something? Okay, we're all working together.
But are you creating because of necessity, or are you creating because that's what I'm coming from the necessity part.
I'm thinking,
which means I'm open.
Right? I'm thinking film wise. I know what it's been like when I've written a scene in a script,
Yeah.
and I've sent it to my writing partners wanting their input.
Yes.
And I know what it's been like when I wrote a script that I thought was done,
And then I'm telling you what to
and
do.
I give it to them wanting only to hear whether we're doing it or not.
Yeah.
And they've come back to me with notes. I'm not saying I don't go for it, but I know what that felt like.
But there's a middle ground because if taking it back to the music side, and I know that you all can attest to this. When you send, and people tell you all the time, like you'll send a project or sing a song to somebody,
and they want to give you notes.
They're giving you a bunch of notes that you didn't ask for.
I didn't ask for those.
And
Get on the record, V, or send it back.
Are you on it or not?
And not only did you not ask
Did
for
you
notes,
enjoy the song or not?
you didn't ask for notes, but they're sending you a bunch of things that they think that you should do. Like they have no idea what they don't know if you've pressed the albums already and it's coming up tomorrow and they're here telling you what you should have done. Now, I understand.
Especially, it's funny you say, especially when I've told people, check out this record. I haven't dropped yet, but it's coming out this particular day. This day and time or whatever, Chris, and then sent it, and then they try to give you notes. That doesn't make. I'm like, but I didn't hit you. I didn't say, check out my rough record or check out this thing I just recorded the other day. That makes sense. But I'm just showing you the song.
The worst is I did a viewing party. You guys were there for a film we did.
Yeah.
Which was a viewing party. Now, granted, we did end up going back and adjusting.
Right, but that happens naturally.
Well, because it was early and whatever, and obviously we learned a lot.
But it's funny when.
But man, getting those notes was because you ever been in a situation where you send it out?
Is that the one you gave us papers
And
to
the
asked us to write
the
notes.
type of notes you think you're gonna get
that's
are
your
within the range of what you think you're gonna fix.
And it's literally.
And you start
Like,
reading.
wait, what was wrong with? Wait, that was my favorite part.
Yeah, that actor's trash. It's like,
I think if you replace the actor.
I thought the notes we're gonna get were edit changes. I read them joints. I'm like, we got to start reshooting. This thing simply can't live like this.
You know what?
But that's the beauty of art, though.
If you get a different director to do this,
this is gonna slap.
If you
Different
let someone
camera.
else take this vision and do the next thing with it,
Different scene, different locations.
You'll get.
But in saying that, I think in music there is a way. There is certain changes that you can listen to that you can try to rationalize that it would make sense. But in a situation where we're talking about artists, like you said, adding another entire person to do something, I think that is something very specific.
Which made it amazing, by the way. Great call. I don't know who made that choice.
Absolutely.
Because if you've heard both versions, you're like, damn.
Right. But that takes.
Do you think that happened with the DMX record, or you just think someone just said,
for Drew Hill?
No.
For what these chickens want from a ziggin?
Oh, even that one too. But no, I'm talking about
Drew wasn't on it. Yeah, Drew came on it after. And
I'm talking about Slipping and Falling because he does Slipping and Fall himself, and then the girls come on.
And then girls come on,
and made it. It's completely two different songs.
But I also think the reason why that happened is because they had to censor so much because of the thing Washington sample. So then they had to do something to kind of make it interesting still. Because there were so many things. But to tie into that, I think there is an ego thing in the music making process. When you look at all the streams that you're getting and you're putting out the song and it's yours, there's an attachment that comes to it where you don't feel like you should let other people be a part of that part of the process. Like there's one person, T Grizzly, with the I Don't Give a Fuck.
That song is incredible,
which is an amazing record.
Shout out a record that's a rapper and has two singers. He's
Chris Brown
I put two singers.
Mariah the Scientist,
and I love her too, man. She's so
she's really good, and that song has lasted. There's people that don't rock with the music, and that song
but I also
has
think,
stuck.
like just going into it, right? I also think that, like, and I remember I used to feel this way I used to feel this way in studios all the time as a rapper.
Yeah,
I used to love my pen.
Yeah.
But I really felt like the R&B artists were better musicians.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I used to love an input because the melodies.
Because they got a key and
there's a way that they know how to unlock your records. I've always felt that, and I could see that back in the day. There was probably a level of, you want to get on? Like,
you've
just helped me fix it.
Yeah. Do you want to?
You want on?
You want? Yeah.
I think what's happening now is more and more of the rappers are doing their own melodies, and they're closed off to that level of collaboration.
I think that
could be a part of it.
That's probably part of it.
Could be a part of it.
That's not only is that part of it, but also when artists develop their own sound and their own fan base, it's like, what is my incentive to change this now? Like now I'm selling
That's the
out.
problem. No, that's the problem.
It's a limited thinking.
They think that's what's that right there. Why should I change? It's not change. It's adding to repertoire. If you make two types of movies, doesn't mean if I only do comedy, I shouldn't go do. If I go to do the romance, it's like, but wait. But if the script is good, or if you think you can, don't look at it as I'm stepping out of the thing that people like me for.
It's the algorithm.
Everybody's scared about people not gonna like me anymore about stuff, and that's the problem. That's why I respect artists like Kanye and certain people who don't care if you're gonna like them or not, if they go try something else or evolve whatever it is that they're doing, because they need to fulfill their creative juices or spirit without worrying about if the people who are with me are going to like me still or not.
I'll tell you this before you say, because I know you're gonna say something good. I just want to say this. Rod Wave is a perfect example of this. He was talking on the Joe Budden podcast. But
he's not a rapper too.
They consider him under the rap umbrella because
The Weeknd's a rapper too. You agree?
They would have to consider that.
And I don't know why.
Well, we kind of did too when we were doing our combo
because it's actual melody artists. I mean, there's actually singer artists that rap. I don't really hear we can rap at all ever.
Right. But with Rod Wave, he talked about how he feels trapped making that type of music.
I know.
Now, how is he trapped? How is he trapped? It's that reason. Because he's done the thing.
Did he say that?
That is true. Yes, he would love to make music that is also that
But is he saying
happy.
it because he doesn't want the people to be mad at him?
No. He wants to make it because he wants to actually make it. But when he's very successful.
That's not what I'm asking.
What are you asking?
Because I didn't watch the interview on the show.
Okay.
So is he saying, I want to make happy music, but I'm still sad? You know what I mean?
Because you think he talked about his emotional availability?
I don't know. I didn't watch the interview because there's people who they say, I want to be happy, but I'm just not happy. So I can't make happy music, even though I want to be happy.
I don't believe it was that.
So so he's afraid that the fans are not going to like him anymore. See, I don't like that.
But I don't know if that's what he said, but it's about fans' expectations.
Well,
fans are your bread and butter. Fans are how you make money. Fans is how you
bills, bro.
have a sustainable. So
like
if
you
have
like shareholders in a company, you better have your stuff good and tight if you're going to go against what the shareholders think. And you better
better have a good reason for doing it. And someone who there's some people who pay the price for switching genres and switching styles.
Who?
Doja Cat's one of them. Because when she leaves an era, even though she's doing hip hop, R&B, and singing, but when she leaves an era, she like abandons it, and it almost makes the people that listen to that other side ostracized. Like when she did her Scarlet album that was hip hop centered or whatever, and then which had no pop leanings or any kind of singing like that, and then goes to this new one, V, which has a lot of singing, a lot of it's completely different. The fans who liked that album feel like she's now abandoning them, and she's like leaving that to the wayside. So my point is that
she's doing
there's
the right
a
thing,
negative, in the long run. But the right thing also is that there's no hip hop songs on the Billboard top 40 and the top 200 albums. That's What I'm saying is the people that do take the risks, that's where the problem is. And this is why this entire musical thing, and I told O'Shawn off air, the person that's to blame is not Kendrick. It's not Drake.
Sure.
It's not Hove. It's not any of these people that make music. It's Kanye West. Kanye West.
What's this guy doing? What's happening?
Is the reason
he got here and you let him in?
Kanye West
You let him in.
is the reason why hip hop is on this decline.
What is he doing?
And let me explain to you why.
Headline.
Okay, go ahead.
Headlines.
So says XP, by the way.
Yes, so says XP, and I'll tell you why. Well, Timbaland as well, but that's a one beat. That's a one beat, and that's for a different reason.
All right, go ahead.
The reason why it's Ye, and it's not for the reasons that you think.
Yay!
When you think about, I don't know, any other fucking time in hip hop musical history, there has been a point in time when it's been charting that Kanye West has been actively making music. He's been contributing to the musical sphere that is hip hop in some capacity. He's always been
20 years.
He never fully left. And one thing that Kanye has done, which I talk about, because when you talk about, there's two hats here. We talk about rap.
I told you there's only one hat.
And vocal or whatever, and then we talk about production, which is the two halves of the whole. When you talk about production, Ye is somebody who has a wide range of styles from a production standpoint. Yes, it's sample-based, and but if you listen to Yeezus and you listen to Graduation, it's different. When you listen to Life of Pablo and you listen to Donda, it's different. What he was also able to do, right, is he's able to produce from a Quincy Jones perspective. Not produce like, oh, I have my hands on the beats. There's many beats Kanye touched and didn't touch. But his ear and his, like, Can't Tell Me Nothing, and a lot of these beats on Donda, a lot of these beats everywhere where it was other producers, Metro Boomin, blah, blah, blah. His unselfish ear had him able to put artists and put producers together that otherwise wouldn't do. He's like the good side.
Oh no.
Of DJ Khaled. Now, the reason why I say that is like, you know how there's all, you know, they say someone's an evil whatever. He is the positive side of that. If that's negative,
that's crazy.
And because even if you look at Donda, he was putting 5 Foreign, Weekend, and all these people together, but not like I'm throwing a bunch of paint at the wall to see what sticks. He was exercising his creativity of seeing where hip hop could go next, because he is one of the people that can take those creative risks that do not get penalized.
Why does he get penalized?
Because he trained the audience early to expect that from him and make hit records still, combining rapping, singing, melody, strong production, strong organization. If he knows he needs a string section, he's going to go and get the people. If he can't fucking make the 808, he's calling Timbaland to come make the 808 for Stronger. He does not stray and go away from the collaborative spirit that we just finished talking about for the last 25 minutes. That is a hallmark in hip hop. He brought Hove back to do Jail when we never even knew Hove was even okay with Ye. After all the stuff that we heard, he was able to go with the Houston gang niggas and go do the concert with Drake. Do you understand? And the fact that I know he's dealing with stuff and his family and mental health and this and that and the third, but I look at the end net result, and the end net result is his absence and the last thing that he was doing with the big boy. When he was doing the N-word Heil Hitler or whatever, when he was that stint where he's getting that guy to write for him, that was like the last time we heard of him. And to be honest, everybody who popular hip hop music is birthed from the Kanye womb.
All right. I can't do this anymore. I feel the same way about this argument that I feel about the NBA argument, right?
Oh no.
LeBron, Steph, KD carrying the league the way they are is an indictment on the younger guys. I'm not going to blame the older guys for the younger guys failing to show up, learn from the guys who paved the path, prepare, and put in the work the right type of way. Drake, Kendrick, Jay, Kanye, considering the lifespan of a musical art, we shouldn't even be talking about these guys in other than for their legendary status. We should not be asking them to provide anything into the current climate. The failure of our music genre is, I think we've failed to platform artists that understand, appreciate, and are willing to double down on the pleasure and the pressure and the burden of what it is to be at the stage that they're on. We have rappers that give terrible interviews now consistently.
But you know why?
Why?
People don't do media training. They don't, and therefore they don't. And then a lot of people don't like to talk, so they don't talk.
But that's to me, that's a huge factor.
And then there's no
artists now start getting the hip hop recluse to give interviews.
Artist development was a part of.
I feel like our artists used to be more interesting. The way they knew how to do their thing was better. Actors still don't have media training. They still go out and give good interviews, right? How come our artists don't give good interviews
because
anymore? That's how you get the crossover appeal. Can you go on this radio show and not sound absolutely positively nuts?
The rappers are not walking around with they don't care about they don't even, some of them don't even have publicists. Actors have publicists. They have agencies.
But I'm saying that these people
shit.
Okay, and that's another thing. I say the same thing to rappers that I say to boxers. You are making enough money to go pay your own publicist.
I know, but they rather not.
Like invest in these things. It's part of it. You don't get the crossover people come to your album. You get the crossover because you did an interview that makes your name resonate, and then that's how you say in the zeitgeist.
Why don't we be okay? But why don't we be honest? These niggas don't want to be crossover, and therefore I don't want their fans to start acting as if these guys are crossover. None of these niggas is crossing over. Okay, it's the fans that are trying to make these guys be crossover. They don't want to.
And then the issue with the crossover is, I think it's since COVID, people aren't partying anymore. People don't go out and party. So it's all the emo, dark, angry rap that you hear or drilling.
Okay, but make it. But
nobody wants to. Hey, let me tell you something.
But then have bangers.
Even me, I'm a grown man, bro. When I go out and I hear too much drill music, I go home because I know something is about to happen.
But are they bangers?
No, it's a valid question.
Pop Smoke was making drill music, right?
We talked about that, yeah. And then
are those bangers?
They're bangers.
Okay, so that's why we need to. That's why I hate when we try to pigeonhole it into like certain genres. If you want to make, oh my god, niggas make. They're not making it. It's not the.
Let me ask you this question,
man.
Who in hip hop today is the dot connector? Who is the active creator of music and hip hop that is able to bridge the gap of age, demographic, and all the different markers that separate Griselda from Little TJ?
I understand exactly what you're saying. Who's
Kanye?
Float in and out.
Kanye
who used to float in and out.
Was
all
that
of our
dot
top artists
connector?
used to float in and out. I'm not gonna let you say.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this in a way that you don't understand.
He's right.
No,
Kanye's the last person.
And let me tell you why.
Kanye's the last person.
He's the last guy who could float in and out like that?
Yeah.
Yo.
Who can go from the Posse record to the abstract
record? Who's the last person that made music that you believe that cares about the music? Who's the last hip hop artist you feel care about the music? And there's caveats and stars to the names because there's different reasons why they would care in a certain way. In another way, but who's the last person that you actually and that's high in terms of notoriety and love from people?
We can be honest. We don't have to lie. I love music. I love hip hop.
Because but that's my point where I'm saying, okay, just I want to counter you a bit here.
As you should.
Yes, Kanye was that. I never thought 50 didn't care about what he was putting out. I thought 50 cared about his music.
When I want to word this properly. Hold on. I want to word this properly. I want to word this properly. When was the last time you felt like 50 Cent cared about La Musica?
Yeah, when he was hot.
I want to know which album.
Curtis.
He cared about the music on Curtis.
Yeah, when he did that, I Get Money.
With versus Ye.
Yeah, he cared about.
Okay, that was.
Yo, what's yeah, with Ye. Yo, who could do that? Yo, wait.
You're not gonna tell me he cared about the music because he knew he was going up against the guy who cared about the music.
But if that's what you're, if the shoe fits,
Jay said that nigga's still there. Yo, yeah, he's still there.
I think Drake cared about the music on Scorpion.
Okay, What's Drake's proximity to the Ye tree? Absolute.
From Toronto.
Let me answer for
Toronto,
you.
and he did one of his first things.
Absolute. Say You Will is on his opening
And also,
project.
sorry, Kendrick cares about the music.
Yeah.
Don't
Boom, bop, beam, bop, boom, beat, bow.
He does. Wait,
Some would argue he cares too much. There is such thing as caring too much, because he cares so much that he felt like he had to make an album like GNX that showed that he was also carefree. But I don't know. Was that a mistake?
What do we know?
No, we don't. Well, look, the end result is.
I'm just saying that. Okay, so I agree with you. Okay, but
what is the point?
My point is,
we cared about Master P. We cared about No Limit. Those guys cared about the music. I mean,
maybe
generally,
they cared about making money, but they care about the music.
He's trying to make
an argument.
I'm making an argument generally that across the board, artists are not doing their job, and he's trying to say Kanye is the last of the Mohicans, and his fall is the reason why nobody cares about music.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that a music.
And the Jays better win the World Series. The Jays better win, dog. Yo, they doubted us. They doubted us. Yeah, they doubted us. Yeah, watch us lift that trophy in Toronto, fam. I'm playing no games with nobody, fam. I'm playing no games with nobody.
We're sorry, folks, but it was needed.
We have to pay him. We have to pay him. I told you to tell him stop playing well.
This was brought to you.
Yo!
This song was brought to you by.
Hey, yo, Derek Jeter. I want to see you on that Fox broadcast eating your words. Look at him. Okay? Look. Yeah, shaking your head.
Oh my God.
I'm confused as well, and y'all said it was the. I'm confused as well,
So hold on, wait. Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
What era is it?
Oh, I'll tell you one thing.
Hey, Shohei. Sorry.
Yeah,
you should have been out here.
Should have been out here.
You could have been. This could have been you.
You could have been doing it.
Remember when they said this could have been you?
Oh yeah, we gotta make a post like that. This could have been you.
It could have been
Shohei
you.
could have been over here having a good time with us, man. But instead, you out here looking stupid.
Look,
Yeah, talk
Bo,
about it.
look. Off injured.
Can you imagine? Bo on one leg.
No George.
And we doing this to that payroll?
No George.
It could have been Shohei over here with Blatty and Bo?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah.
All right.
And you savage, the young dude coming up, didn't even know he's gonna be in the majors, doing this to y'all. I'm sick and tired of y'all doubting us.
I'm sick of it.
You didn't see the renovations we did to the Sky Dome? You didn't see them?
You see him.
Shout out Jed Harper. You feel me? Biko.
Come on, man.
Let me tell you something, man.
Come on, man.
I told
Legendary
y'all,
Dodger
man.
Stadium. Ha
Haha. Didn't we do it in the Bronx? Haha. Didn't we do it in Seattle?
Come on, man.
Listen, man. No,
Underdogs on top. And you talk about 50. You said underdogs, right? 50 Cent, underdogs on top. I ain't gonna shout to the homie on stuff.
But
Go ahead,
yeah,
baby.
no, for real. I just want to
Tears.
Listen, we are going.
Look, I never seen so many. They have tears in their eyes.
The game is on, by the way. Just
Yeah, because I know you guys are confused.
I went off.
There's Dodger fans with tears literally in their eyes right now at the moment, and it's still the game's still going, and they have tears. Like the game's over.
All that money couldn't pay for a bullpen. Crazy.
And that's.
I won't lie though, and I wasn't.
I know.
Come on.
Listen, man. No, that was needed. This is a once in a life. Not once in a life. Well,
Yeah.
once in a very long time. Clearly a lifetime.
Generation.
If we're talking 33 years.
We're not Yankees where we get to just see this every couple years or
Exactly.
something. In terms of getting there. Because, I mean,
No,
last time.
1000%.
The last time a song wasn't on the hip hop charts, the Jays had won the World Series.
There you go. Imagine that.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's
Imagine
the
that.
way you have to look at
Imagine
it.
that.
That is the way you have to look at it.
Look, already. Take him out.
Get him out, bro. Get him out.
Oh my goodness.
Get him out.
Let me tell you
blood.
something.
Get him out. Get him out. Get him out, blood.
Listen, when it comes to Ye, I'll just say this and we'll close it of the Ye part because I just want to end off on the other genre and we'll do that for 5 minutes.
But I want to say something about Ye. But
No, but
continue.
I know you're thinking. I don't want you to confuse when I'm saying that the hip hop industry is failing because Ye's not dropping albums. No, I just think
that's
we
how it
need
sounded.
Ye's involvement active. Period.
You know why? You know why?
Just as a person making music, he doesn't even have to be charting, but he has to be present because you know what? He's one of the only people that have reached a height of success who have found a way to reinvent themselves. And also
time and time again.
And also who's not scared to like try new things and just do it because he wants to do it because he has the track record. Like
Look at this.
I can't like
Look at this. All the young niggas are rappers we're talking about, guys. They're really working with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And they're people, right?
Facts, actually.
And then the older heads, they're really only working with each other.
They're not really reaching back like that. But also, okay, can we also give
and
credit
the
to
person that used to do the middle
a
ground?
lot of our dudes are dead or in jail. Dirk being in jail don't help us right now.
That's not
Pop
enough.
being gone don't help right now.
That's not enough.
Bro, the NBA
not-
Youngboy, NBA
It's
Youngboy
not
had
enough.
no desire to cross over. If our hopes were on him, then we had no hope. Okay?
Yeah.
The females that we put up but didn't want to care about the quality of their music, that's on the A&Rs and the labels. These girls can perform. What's his name? Playboy Cardi has Cardi spitting because these girls can deliver. They can do their part. We have to care about our music genre.
Oh, Playboy Cardi.
Yeah,
Playboy
sorry.
Cardi? You mean Cardi?
Cardi, my bad. Sorry. By the way, Playboy Cardi is apparently a terrible human being.
But Patterson 14.
Patterson 14, my apologies.
That's fine. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like the Cardis. Shout out Cardi.
If
and
we were going to
Cardi.
platform all these female rappers and give them the push, we should have given them the push musically. You know how much it hurts me to see girls getting 100,000 likes, $1 million of likes, and selling 5,000 records? That's because the back end work is not being done. You have to still care about the product.
Yeah, you really do.
Even, we making money doing other things, fine. But the product still has to be the product.
And that's what my point was that I was trying to say. Because those guys back in the day that cared about product still cared about the music at the same time, even while they cared about product.
Come on,
Kanye
man.
ran around talking about product and was
Jay
still
was selling,
dropping.
Jay-Z was selling jeans, sneakers,
Jay-Z, 50
and
Cent,
phones,
all these
but
guys.
was still giving us quality product.
Yeah, like he cared about it. And you know what, though? There is a saving grace here.
Just Blaze, dude sitting in the studio for days, caring about product.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. And the thing is, what I'll say is, that the saving grace is R&B. Remember 4 or 5, maybe 6 episodes ago, I was like, oh, Mutt, it's climbing the charts. Mutt is on the top 10 Billboard now. Hot 100. Mm-hmm. Not Hot 100 R&B or alternative or adult contemporary. The top 10 Billboard chart. Kehlani's Folded.
Oh, first of all, yeah, that record is MVP of the year.
Which one?
Folded. 100%.
Folded. She just came out with
MVP. Look how many. Do you see the remixes?
She sent a remix pack out with JoJo,
Fire,
Brandy,
Fire,
Mario,
Fire,
Neo,
Fire,
Tony Braxton,
Fire.
The only issue with Kehlani,
that's a rapper.
Are you talking about Kehlani? You're talking about R&B? Are you talking about R&B?
That's a rapper move, by the way.
No, that is a rapper move. I'm saying that the reason why people aren't giving Kehlani
the rappers back
from across Kehlani still has not been able to escape cheating on Kyrie Irving, unfortunately.
Oh, come on.
Why else? Explain it to me.
Why else? What?
Why else? What?
Is she not getting? Kehlani should be.
She
more
will.
buzz.
No, she is. It's
way
happening.
more.
No, it's happening right now. I'm telling you. Next year, you'll see.
All right.
It's happening right now. This
You'll
is
see it
her year.
You'll see it at the
She's on
Grammys.
big fizzle.
You'll see it at the Grammys.
Her graph or whatever is doing this.
Okay.
Right now, 100%.
She
advancements.
She also previewed another song which sounds amazing, and I heard that she's hooking up with JD and Brian Michael Cox.
Yep.
She's doing.
Remember when you got excited about Bieber and then he went with them and what happened?
Yeah.
She's in the studio with them.
And
so now
once
what?
again,
I want her to win.
She's gonna win.
Somebody who we have to
bad.
thank. Someone who we have to thank for all of this, and I know you guys are gonna hate it. Well, not you won't hate it, but Chris Brown is a very pivotal point.
That's another MVP nigga too.
Because Chris Brown
MVP
was holding the R&B flag
for
no matter what was going on. Yes, he would rap, and yes, he would do all these different things. But while hip hop was going up and R&B was going down, Chris Brown was there, dropping music through CBE, Chris Brown Entertainment, continuing to push records. His tour that he just did, he brought Bryson Tiller, Summer Walker, Jhené Aiko. Like he's doing the thing that he did the remix with Usher. He sampled Usher's song on Up You Right I Will, and then puts him on the remix.
Puts him on the remix.
Those things. And then him doing the remix of Leon Thomas's Mutt. Like there's things
while y'all were crying about it. Look.
Exactly. Then you have other people coming up like O'Deal, and you have Bieber getting back in the R&B back. Like there is a lot of things that is happening in the R&B space, and like I said, and Folded is at number 14, so it's about to get to inside that top 10, and that if there was any question of if hip hop needs to lean more into the R&B side of things, this is what
R&B was always the hip hop gateway to
why
crossover. I don't know why they ran away.
That's
from
why
it.
I love that Clips. That's why I love what Clips doing the record with having that lead song with John Legend. Like
and Mobb Deep, that new album
with Georgia Smith. Fire. Like these are the things that need to be. Listen, hip hop. Listen, a lot of the greats, a lot of the older heads, they're coming back. They're dropping fire. A lot of that is happening. So we're not gonna. But like you said, there is nobody currently anymore.
Just doing the part.
That is in the middle.
Yeah.
That is on fire musically of themselves.
Yeah.
That is the bridge between those guys and those guys. Yeah. It don't exist. No DJ, no DJ, no producer really.
Because I feel like Pharrell used to be that guy too.
Pharrell was one of those guys.
So many artists, man.
Pharrell was one of the guys, but he's like, I'm gonna be with my guys. We'll see what happens now. He's with Clips. Let them do that. Let them get. You know what I mean? Let that be the thing. Yeah. So I respect it and whatever. Yeah. But where is that? Where is the yay? And y'all push Drake to not be that anymore. If there's gonna be the battle and all that stuff, because he's distracted doing all that other stuff that he's unable to be the. Y'all made a big. You know what I mean? Well, he's talking about moving the goalposts because when Drake work with younger artists, they're like, oh, they're trying to take his sauce, and then when Drake goes with the older, it's like, oh, it's because he's
not relevant. Like they don't like him or whatever.
So it's like he's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna be with myself and be with Party and whatever the case may be. So I get it. I respect it. But where's the yay? That's he don't merely mean yay, but the yay, the like the yay.
Yeah, the yay, the yay.
Like where's the yay?
Come on, you guys can't lie. Like waking up and looking on your Spotify and seeing that Ye dropped an album. It's like, okay, that's taken care of.
Yo,
whether you listen to it or not, whether it was great or not, but his presence in the game just needs to be there. Unless he retired.
And Travell, because Ye commands
attention.
Like, white people and young people. That's what I told you earlier.
Saying Ye commands the white people.
Young people worshipped Ye and older people respected Ye. That was happening at the same time, bro. When I went to the Chance the Rapper show the other day, and they were playing all these different records, new records, and these person I didn't know, and then this, and then they play, Michael Jackson and certain things that just whatever. When he started playing Ye, the crowd was losing their mind as if Ye was there, and I was like, oh wow, even they're still dreaming of Ye.
Yeah, I dream of Ye.
They still dreaming of Ye. Like he's still a part of their heart. Still, where's that guy? They don't exist currently right now.
Bring us home, Max. Last one.
But closing remarks. There's other things we're gonna have to say next time. I don't want to give these other conversations a short period of time. But I wanted you to, because we said we were gonna do the thing where we bring new music. I want you to bring up that album that you talked about because I heard it.
Did you like it?
It's very good, man. It's how you say his name? Isaiah Huron. It's very good. What was the name of the project?
Concubania.
Where is he from?
Coco.
Is it Coco Cabana?
Where's he from?
Let me see.
Isaiah Huron. Where is he from? I think he's from the States.
Yeah, he is. I saw he had a song with what's her name? Kalani.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he did.
See? Kalani.
Kalani was on there
that's
too.
What I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like
he was on there too.
Coco. Concubania. It was very, very, very well done. I absolutely.
Did you like it? So you really gave it a go?
Yeah, I actually did. Yeah, this is not one of those things. And once again, if that's somebody that I don't know about that is doing R&B in that way, that should let you know what is happening in the R&B space of things, and that is really climbing. Like everything is cyclical, man. And it's in closing. I feel like sometimes when these guys make these hip hop records, like I don't feel like they be caring sometimes. Like and that's not to be confused with making a song that is fun and mindless, because you can do that. Everything doesn't have to be serious. But I just feel like I just feel like there's
fire. What crazy!
I just feel like there's a certain.
Why did he do that?
I don't know, man. I just feel like there's a certain care. I feel like there's a certain care that these guys don't have anymore, and they're just chasing the algorithm to fill a quota, and not because they're making music that they actually want to do. And that's the ironic part with Designer, that he's doing this now, because it's like, make what you want to make and let everything else fall. Like, stop trying to do what you think you need to do, because when you do that, you're not going to do what you should do, and it's never going to come out great. Make sure you guys comment, and subscribe. You can say more things.
Just one thing. Just everybody, prayers up to Jamaica right now.
I would say that until I saw the online videos.
Okay, but you can't.
No, that's not.
I'm being funny.
There's some people that are dealing with some. Yeah. So prayers to people in Jamaica.
Them videos were hilarious, but I know
a lot of them were hilarious. But
because who
else?
The
airport. I seen some
places like that,
and there has been some deaths that have happened over there. So
one.
No, I think two.
Jesus.
Well, there was 8. But you know, I just want to put praise up. I have family there, so
amen.
You know,
well, yeah, I do too. Like we all do.
No, it's
this guy made it sound like he's
we out here joking and he praying the same.
He's like, no, it's just my family. It's not anyone I'm related to or anything. But no, I get it.
Yes, Savage.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking the moment. Biko. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that next time.
Yeah, next time.
Or we can
next time because
I believe 2 hours.
I believe.
We're like actually hour and a half.
I believe that we are. We. I think we're taking the hardware for sure.
Yeah, it's a hardware thing still is. All right, guys. Have a good day. Thank you for watching and listening to You Might Want to Sit Down for This. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Appreciate your support, your ears, and the love that you've given us since we've started this endeavor. Thank you so much, man. Till next time. Ciao.
This concludes our broadcast day.
You might want to sit down for this.